Hello, beer tubers, and welcome to yet another Master of Puppets homebrew review.
First one in a while.
In years, I actually don't really do homebrew reviews anymore. I don't mind trying people's homebrews, but it's just
not for reviewing.
No, I don't mind critique or just seeing what I think and whatnot. But whenever like doing a video on a homebrew, it's not something I really like doing because most people will never get to try it. And then again, we're doing hype beer, which is the same, but it is beer with a reputation, whatever.
Yeah.
You can always be a hypocrite. But no, today we're trying some homebrew, and this is a collab between Øllebrødre, a homebrew project, and Pleasanti Street. And Pleasanti Street is by Patrick, and Patrick follows the channel, and his good friend Martin, who's actually helped us getting a lot of hype haze over the years, contacted me and said, like, Peter, Patrick likes the channel a lot. He's been following for a few years, and he has a homebrew project, and I think he really nailed it with this beer. Can I send you one? And it'd be really fun if you can do a video. And I was like, okay, yeah, let's do it. So also because this sounds crazy. So this is going to be my first ever beer from Pleasanti Street, but also Øllebrødre, and this is Stellar, the 2022 edition. So this is a barrel-aged barley wine, aged for 7 months in Woodford Reserve bourbon barrels on 14.7% alcohol. And it's aged in a small 30-liter Woodford Reserve barrel. I don't know if it's like rebuilt or repurposed or whatever. I know there you can get small barrels, so I don't know how they sourced it or whatever, but that's pretty awesome. And there is a picture on the Pleasanti Street where you can also see the bottle and the barrel in the back, but there's only 102 bottles of these 25 centiliter small bottle formats.
Yeah.
And one of the things they were doing when they did this beer is like they split up the boiling in two, and this is also something you can you can do it on a big scale. But it's really hard. Like if you had to boil down a huge batch of beer. But what they did, it was basically they boiled down part of the beer to almost like a malt syrup, and then put that in the mash as well. So you had like this really high gravity wort to make like a really crazily caramelized, rich barley wine they put in barrels. So yeah, this will be really fun to try. First homebrew review in probably a few years.
Yeah.
It smells good from here, so let's check it out.
It looks like a dark chestnutty barley wine.
I mean, you can see they got a lot of color from boiling for sure over that long, and also probably the malt backbone. You can also see it's rich and sugary. I mean, it has like that lace of curtains on the side of the glass.
We talked about it has more
really
or less
clear.
Yeah, and it has more or less the same color as A Deal with the Devil. It's in that vibe of barley wine. It seems like.
I'm pretty impressed by the clarity, really, as a home brewer. I mean, you can do it, of course, but like this is when pouring out, you can see it was crystal clear. The reason why you can't see it now is because it's a dark barley wine.
Yeah.
But yeah, not much head, but what was there, and you can kind of swirl up is slightly tan.
Yeah, I can't really.
Let's check out the aroma. It smells really nice, really caramelly, like heavy, rich caramel.
This reminds me of more of something like Brew 5000.
Yeah, it's definitely totally.
It's definitely in that vibe.
But I think it's even more oxidized and umami like than Brew 5000. It's almost more like
some of the more aged.
Yeah, like 2000.
Yeah,
maybe not specific, but just older.
Yeah.
Because it has like lots of raisiny, pruny, figgy aromas too.
Yeah. Along with the caramelized dark chocolate.
Yeah, lots of almond. I mean, I can say from the aroma already now. If I did this beer, I would be so proud. I would be so fucking.
Yeah, and lots of vanilla, and it definitely smells something like Fremont.
It does, and it's just the lightest touch of alcohol, but it's like just a whiff of it. But it's almost 15%. I mean, you'd expect that.
It's just like it's soothing and just really pleasant.
I'm getting some spiciness in there too.
Yeah. A bit
it
of
could
like
be the barrel char. It could be rye.
Yeah, it has like a rye cinnamon-esque touch.
I'm getting a touch of red apple. It's almost like if you did a compote or something with red apple and like dates and raisin figs, because there's lots of like datey, pruny, oxidized.
Yeah, like rather than cooked red apple, it's more like maybe cooked red apple that's then caramelized.
It's like. Kind of like you made caramelized onions today for
if you did the same thing with apples. Yes. Yeah, it smells fucking awesome.
So marzipan too. It smells fucking dope. Let's try it.
Yeah.
Cheers, and thanks to Martin for sharing this one. Yeah, I'd be really proud if I did this.
Mm.
It's really sweet and sticky, bourbon forward, heavy caramel. It's almost like a date syrup or something like that. Like it's so like datey dark fruity without it being too much.
Yeah,
But it's really sweet. It's really sweet.
but it's almost like a slightly spicy, woody maple syrup.
Yeah.
Thing.
I would actually
that has a
like to have a
raisiny-
little bit more of like boozy spirit character to cut the sweetness.
Or just maybe barrel spice or something.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of that, but just like some of that like sharp alcohol without it being. It's so hard. Like I don't think in this case like it would be crazy if it was a very wet barrel and whatnot that had like a huge like so there's lots of bourbon in there. But that being said, like it's a homebrew, a 30-liter barrel. I mean, how are you ever gonna get a really fresh 30-liter barrel of anything?
Yeah.
But yeah, I this is fucking amazing for a homebrew. This is crazy quality.
Yeah.
This just goes to show that like. If you know what you're doing on your equipment, even though it's like 30 liters, you can make great stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's like this. Now that I taste it more, it has this kind of spicy, slightly spicy, peppery kind of cinnamon-esque, woody character to it.
Also like a tartness.
Just like the aftertaste.
Yes.
I just think almost like this like a spicy red apple kind of cake or something.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
It's like it's got some tart, snappy it's definitely tart, snappy, appley, or almost just like again it's like grapes, raisins.
Quite a lot of that.
Or
red
sultanas or something like that. Yeah, lots of red apple, but I think you get that a lot with barley wines in bourbon barrels, especially with the ones that are heavy on caramel flavor.
Yeah.
And then it's just a big caramel bomb. There's not any bitterness to speak of really or anything.
It's more like
just
spice and
fudge
sweetness.
town. Yeah.
It's spice and sweetness.
It has a nice touch of barrel char as well.
Yeah.
There is some charred kind of woodiness and
And
dryness.
that's definitely part of that spice.
Yes,
thing.
that also helps counteract all the sweetness because it's such a sweet beer. But as I said, I would be immensely proud if I brewed this. This is better than loads of commercial brewed examples of barrel aged barley wine on the market in Europe. It's crazy. I mean, and this is not just tooting the horn because Patrick is a subscriber. This is pretty damn amazing. And I think they did a tasting at Homebrew, and a lot of people seem to agree, apparently, that this is some high quality stuff. I'd actually give this a 95 and call it world class. I think it's one of the best homebrews I've ever had. It's really fucking dope.
Yeah.
But it's also a lot of effort doing something like that. I mean, it will be faster in a small barrel, of course, or boiling into caramel and all this in a smaller system, but everything else, mashing will be the same time. And it's really good.
Yeah, I'll probably say maybe even a small 96, because I think it's as good as the Brew 5000 we had.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely as good as those. I mean,
it's
I'll
a
say
different barley wine, but I think it's more or less as
and
good.
it's not as complex of a barrel character.
No, but that's because it's only one barrel.
Yeah, I think so, but also, freshness, whatever, things like that. If it's a barrel that's been reconstructed to be a small format or whatever, I don't know exactly how this is done.
Also just because
Martin talked a bit about
use several different barrels, but I think the base composition of this beer is very good.
But Patrick and Pleasanti Street won a homebrew competition and did a brew with Fane Bryghus a few weeks back. And, if he didn't win and it was beer of this quality he entered in a competition, I would be amazed. I haven't had any other Pleasanti Street beers. But it's really
if someone else won, they must have been pretty damn good.
Yeah, but no, he didn't win.
So, yeah.
Well, best homebrew
really
I ever tried. Easily the best the homebrew.
Yeah, I haven't had that much homebrew out.
I mean, this is hype beer territory pretty much.
Yeah.
Which is fucking insane for a homebrewer. If you can keep this up and start...
Let's hope you can do it on a bigger scale.
Yeah, the thing is, scaling is also always really, really hard. I think, you could if you wanted to, but it's a lot of sacrificing, a lot of man hours. But you could boil something down to a caramel if you wanted.
And also pricey.
Yes.
So.
Yes. But
It might be worth it.
I mean, as a home brewer, you can do anything.
Yeah.
It's a hobby.
Yeah.
So you can do whatever you want. Well, you can as a big brewer as well, but or a commercial brewer.
You
as
still
well.
just have a business.
You still have a business.
Yeah.
But yeah, phenomenal world class beer. I dig it. So. Martin, thanks a ton for sharing this, and I hope you enjoyed the review, Patrick, of you and we were only riffing Pleasanti Street. We also need to give a huge shout out to Øllebrødre, because it's a collab. It's not just a one-way thing. So Øllebrødre also took part in this, and you guys for sure also did an amazing job. So you guys will probably not have had it because there's only 102 people, but some of my Danish subscribers in Copenhagen will probably have had it, and some of the Danish beer bloggers I know in Copenhagen has had it. So, but if you had it, let us know what you thought of it. Stellar from Øllebrødre and Pleasanti Street. Yeah, best homebrew we tried. There we go. That's it. So, if you were lucky enough to try this and enjoyed the quick foray into homebrew reviewing again, give this video a thumbs up. And as always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram, and ring the bell for future notifications about videos. Yes. We're going to say cheers in delicious barley wine, and see you guys in another beer review, and also fantastic format. I don't need more than this.
No, it's perfect.
Yeah.
So cheers.
Cheers.